once again, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, with Goth Tarot. It's my weekly look into our collective darkness, our shadows, social issues, emotional issues, things that maybe a lot of other people don't connect to, but some of us do. So I do several card pulls from several decks, all themed with a darker kind of imagery. And I start off with the relatively new deck, The Murder of the Crows. And the first card is the Dark Design, the focus or the environment around you at this time. The Dark Design is the Queen of Swords. The focus seems to suggest painful decisions may have to be made, but they're not decisions of favoritism. They're the right decision. It's just there's going to be some shared sacrifice here. And you may have to hurt people that you don't really want to in your decision. The Murder of the Crows deck has additional cards that I have called the Dark Details because they may give us a little more information. They're in the form of two-sided cards, one as a time indicator and one for a presence of either physical or emotionality. So, the first detail is the timing of this. How does this design come into focus? How do we realize that we have to make this painful decision and that we're pretty much on our own? Well, it comes to us with the Crow of Dawn, the idea that this has only just begun for you, this matter. That literally whatever causes this is falling right now in front of you, and that you will have to immediately deal with this. So then the second two-sided card will tell us how is its presence felt. And it's the Crow Mother, which indicates this is largely going to be very internal and emotional, psychological feelings that will be generated. However you are coming to this point to make decisions or to render justice, it's going to affect you very much in your heart and your feelings for certain people. So one could even say there's a haunting effect here. What will haunt you? What will be the dark shadows that are left here? What remains as a lesson or just a torment? And of course, nothing is forever. This reading, in fact, is only good for this week, the week of the 25th through June 2nd or so. Don't quote me on that. But for the dark shadows, the thing that will haunt or remain from this, I use the Goth Tarot. So now I give you the dark shadows. And it's the King of Pentacles. What haunts you is there's a sense of losing a material control here. A control maybe of your career, your livelihood, your material matters, what sustains you, how you grow your income, or how you manage your income. So this is the haunting part, the feelings that in all of this, although you're in charge to make decisions, will there be a good thing remaining, or will it feel ghostly and squandered? Will you be able to maintain yourself? Can you keep your life going? Can you keep security going? So now I ask two different questions using the Night Sun Tarot. And the first question is, what is the dark truth in this? What is the reality that is actually existing here? We know we have to make decisions that will hurt us. We know that maybe there's a problem maintaining control over the financial, material, and security aspects of our lives. But is there another truth or reality within that? The dark truth. It's the Four of Wands. Well, for our regular readings, we consider the Four of Wands the TFT official party card. So I'm going to take that a little bit and apply that here, and saying that maybe the dark truth is that certain things are pulling us more towards celebration aspects. Maybe it's about graduation time, marriage time. But I'm wondering if that somehow this influences the other card, that we're losing a sense of control by maybe moving too quickly back into the world of happy events and things. That maybe the reality is, well, I can take that back actually. I mean, maybe the reality is this is really what we do want. We want to fully re-engage in a celebration of life. And that maybe we want to remove ourselves from these judgmental aspects, decisions, obligations that we have. And what's this then? the dark truth is that we have to find our way in our life. We have to take charge of our lives. No one else can do that. We have to be that King of Pentacles there. So then, from the Night Sun Tarot also, I pull the card for the Dark Sacrifice. The sorrows or burdens we feel or have to bear, the possibility of what of these we could maybe sacrifice for something better, make some sort of other opportunity. And it's the upright Page of Cups. Now I'm thinking that as a sorrow, this is saying we're losing a sense of our innocence and a sense of our perception that maybe is guided by not so much the innocence, but maybe the understanding of the raw beginnings of life in a way, that sort of youthful take on life. We want to remain this person, but really this is where we're at. And this is what we need to understand. This is about taking care of our life. So, as depressing as that could seem, there really is something more that's draining us. A dark spiral. The things that psychically vampirize our lives. In other words, what sucks? And so for that, I use the Vampire Tarot. What are we still letting drain us? What are we letting control us in terms of our energies? Who's vampirizing us, or what is? And I have the Moon reversed. And I believe something we will find out about, something we will uncover, will show us that. And because it's the Moon, there's always a little bit of that romantic angle maybe that shows there. So I'm wondering if the situation that drains us is one that maybe we're a little bit deceived about, the mystery of the Moon, because maybe we feel this is a person who we have rapport with in some way, romantically or friendship-wise. We feel a strong presence with somebody or something even, but it's really probably what drains our energy. If it's a person, you may really very soon discover who this is. If it's a situation, you'll also find out more about it. And I can't say too much more. It's interesting because, of course, the Moon to me coincides a little bit with the Crow Mother, the indicator that this is all going to be very internal and psychological. So now finally, we move to the last deck I pull from to seek the Dark Gift from the Crow's Magick Tarot. The Dark Gift is what our intuitions, abilities, skills, hunches, powers, what are they, or how can they help us this week? Your dark gift is the Knight of Cups. I love it. The Knight of Cups, it says spellbind, charisma. The Knight of Cups is that. The Knight of Cups is sort of that charming person. Maybe it's a man, but not necessarily. It could be a woman, it could be a man. It's somebody who's charging forth and is very charismatic, but more so perhaps in a more emotional way. A Knight of Wands would just be a trustworthy friend who inspires confidence. This Knight is possibly inspiring other feelings that maybe are emotional, true care, even love possibly. And it's all very interesting because, of course, we have 3 court cards. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So it sort of sounds like a bit of court drama this week for all of us with Goth Tarot. I'm just going to run through again and say that although we are finding out there's something important we have to decide or put our back into, we're not fully there because we know people are being hurt and it affects us emotionally. But ultimately, we know that this is for, well, we know it will always haunt us if we don't, because we have to have this control. We have to have this control. And what really is at stake in some ways is life, is the celebration of life, and that we might have to lose a part of our own innocence to really figure this all out or make it work. Someone may be working against you. Someone may be working secretively. But ultimately, working with your best and highest emotional heart will be more helpful than not. So that's what I have for Goth Tarot for this week, and I hope you get something out of that. It kind of looks interesting if you ask me. So stay tuned for the rest of our programming this week. We're back. We were off this weekend at an actual event, but we're back this week, so you can see all our programs, all of our live streams, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.